that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
All right. So, who's all here? In the chat.
Everyone.
Nice Gary Oldman there.
Thank you.
Glad you didn't do the volume.
Oh, it's not. Come on. That's not even close.
Benny,
You can't.
bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
I still love that he did that as a joke, and it became this iconic thing.
Yep. Only the sound guy was in on it so he could take his headset off. Because he didn't want to destroy the guy's hearing, which Martin would have done had he gone full volume. So
Here we go. So Gambit's here. Snorty's here. See John Whitaker. Yeah. I see my buddy Alpha's here. Alpha's here. Ah, and there's Real Popcorn Geek. Yeah, buddy. Now we're
with us
talking.
all week. That's so nice.
Yeah.
Because we miss you, buddy, when you're not here.
All right. Let's get this party started, huh? Should we get this party started?
Happy Saturday.
Always party hard.
Anima and I watched the extended cut today. You know what's really weird? I thought I had the movie, and like, how do you not have the movie? She says to me, and I'm like, going, this is the problem. I assume I have the movie, and then I forget that I don't have the movie.
Yeah.
And then the moment comes where I need it, and I'll go,
How come I don't
have the movie? I could have sworn I had, because that's like a favorite movie of mine. Why don't I have it? Makes no fucking sense.
And Arnold is your favorite person from Austria. So yeah, that was weird that you didn't have that movie.
Well, he's one of my favorite. I don't want to call him an actor, but he's one of my favorite movie stars of all time. I just fucking love the guy. Because he and Stallone were like huge inspirations to me athletically when I was younger, working out with weights. Now, I never worked out to get beefy. All the training I did was for athleticism. You know, I focus not on bulk, but on strength and endurance.
The censorship of Google, of YouTube, is getting ridiculous. They censored Gambit because he was saying hello to Monkey Jeebus. So I assume they are censoring the word
monkey. Yeah, that's racist.
This is insane.
Monkey.
It's been ridiculous for a while, but every time you think this is peak, they go and trump it.
Yeah, they hold my beer.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
I also just get annoyed because, like, you'll be going, oh, this movie's on YouTube, and then you play it, and the swearing is beeped out, and anytime there's female flesh, there's like a level of blur over it.
Yeah.
What?
What is wrong with people that they feel the need to censor that? I'm so glad I grew up with our TV here where nothing is bleeped out. You get all the cursing. You get all the nudity if your parents allow you that.
I'll tell you what happened. Why all that shit exists. Moms.
Yes, because their baby never saw their breasts, and they want to make sure they never see any.
Yeah, Austrian moms are cool.
Oh, wow. Speaking of monkeys, Sneezing Monkey has a show today.
Alpha said boobies.
They went live 48 seconds ago. Boobies.
I'll just put it this way. That is a piece of the human body. Men love it. Women love it. Children love it. Babies especially love it. Yeah. Everyone loves boobs. It's a universal.
My Croatian boss at the second restaurant I worked at, we had a regular and she had a baby. So she would bring the baby because she met her friends there, like just before noon for a coffee. And one day she starts feeding her baby, and very discreetly. So she's in a corner too with her friends at a table. And this one tourist waves me over, it was my table, and starts complaining. So I went down to the kitchen, my boss was at the pizza oven, and told him, we're having a problem. One of our tourist guests is possibly going to assault one of our regulars. And he walks up there to the terrace, sees the situation, and tears the guy a new one before kicking him out of the restaurant, because he asked for her to go down to the bathroom to feed the baby. And my boss went full amok on the guy, like atomic. Also, the baby has to eat in the bathroom. Would you eat down there? No, right? It was amazing.
Who would feed a baby in a bathroom? You know? That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I have trouble with that. That makes no sense.
He was our hero that day, the boss.
Did he get ripped off from it? Well, first of all, he did have the dream. He really did. What? The visual of this thing coming up out of the fire, which is in that scene. It's a scene in the movie.
Horrifying.
And but the rest of it, he absolutely stole. And some of it was from Harlan Ellison. And Shinatsky was telling the story before the show about, or was that Martin? Who told the story about Mel Torme?
Shinatsky. But before he gets to it, so the short answer for this question is in Guardians of the Galaxy. Enough mode. There you go. There's this.
Okay. So I had that actually confirmed to me by Tracy during one of our conversations. Tracy Torme, Mel's son. And God, it's so weird still that he's gone. Like I have numbers to people on my phone that are dead. Like,
wait, no, it was Tracy. That's right. Yeah, it was one of the Tormes.
It's Tracy.
Yeah.
Yes, Cameron had a fever dream because he was under a lot of duress with the second Piranha film. And it just led to him eating very badly because he couldn't afford. He wasn't even supposed to be there. He had to pay to be there in order to oversee the editing. And he got super fucking sick and had a fucking dream about this machine coming up after him in a fire. And he did a drawing of it. It's a very good drawing, but that's not a movie. That's just an idea of something. And so he stole like two things in particular I know he stole from was Harlan Ellison's Soldier and Demon with the Glass Hand. Now, Soldier was also went on to become a movie with Kurt Russell. And it is the same story because Harlan Ellison is credited for that movie too. But Demon with the Glass Hand with Robert Culp. And I pointed out before the show that there's a Blade Runner connection between both of those. One, Soldier, when it was converted into a film, is not considered, but is written to be a sidequel to Blade Runner. That it's in, David Webb Peoples, who wrote the last draft of Blade Runner, the shooting script, wrote the screenplay for Soldier, and he intentionally put it in the same universe. And then Demon with the Glass Hand was shot in the Bradbury building, featured heavily in Blade Runner as the place where J.F. Sebastian lives.
You know what's an unintended irony from Cameron with this one and the sequel he did too? They're supposed to be infiltrator units, right? They never infiltrate. Even the T-1000 just does some mind game shit briefly, but there's never a actually infiltrating a place as their person or tricking anyone.
Well,
that never happens
because they have dogs.
Well, look, I'm going to go into one thing. Like, if this were real, there'd be no war. They would just simply flood the earth with something that's guaranteed to kill humans.
Yeah, fly the Concords. Do this song, use poisonous gases, and we poison their asses.
Robots wouldn't be doing hunter killers. It's pointless. They're not going to do tunnel rat shit. They're just going to spray and kill us.
Also, if this was real, you wouldn't bother to have the whole human exterior on the robot.
Well, that is so they can infiltrate.
Yeah.
That's
but they
why they did
don't,
that.
apparently.
Well, they show
Yeah.
one. Yeah, they do. They show one. That's
got
Franco
it.
Colombo, by the way.
He got it to the base.
Hold
And
on.
he
Let me
was
get.
his cover was blown up only because of the dog.
Yep. Goddamn dogs. Here it is. Got it.
Hey, Clay.
I mean, I still enjoy the movie. I still enjoy Terminator 2.
Man.
You know, I can separate art with the artist when it comes to Cameron, except for probably Avatar, because that entire film series hates the human race with a passion I've not seen.
So there's Franco Colombo playing what I refer to as the tiny Terminator. They make him look so big because they shot at a low angle, but the fact is he's way under 6 feet. But he's Arnold's best friend, training partner. They became friends. I know that Arnold was a teenager. I'm assuming he was a teen too.
Yeah, they probably met
Yeah.
at school or something.
Hey, Soul Assassin.
Yeah, it's from that kind of era, because what Demon with Glass Hand, that was what, the 60s that came out?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
with the Outer Limits TV series. And but anyway, so Harlan Ellison was pretty pissed when he found out, and it was Tracy Torme that narked on him. And I confirmed that with him when we talked, that it was him. And it got, in the end, he got and there's no official counting of it, but it's anywhere between $65,000 to $500,000 plus a credit acknowledgement at the end of the film. Now, it wasn't in the original film. This was done later, so it was made retroactive.
The clip on Prisoners of Gravity was that it was 60,000 and then an additional amount of money for a time period where he would not speak of it at all. So I don't know if he got the second one, but he definitely at least got 60K. But he never mentioned what the
I know
don't
we've
talk
never had
about
a
it was.
confirmation. Yeah, we've just never gotten a confirmation. And so there you go. But Stan Winston, of course, was the guy behind the great effects used in this film. The mechanical and their creature effects, only because of the fact that that's what it's called, where they cut into the skin, and they also have a puppet head in the film. And
When he removes the eye, yeah. But what creeped me out is when he's cut in half and crawling after her in the end.
yeah, all of that. I mean, the minute he
That was-
comes up, like when you see him come up in the flames, the first one that comes up is actually a puppet. And then when it cuts away to her and then comes back, it's the miniature animated version.
Yeah.
Which I got to tell you, that's good use of go motion animation.
Yeah. Also, with some of the things people say, when they say, "Oh, when there was the night car chases, they didn't have permits." So I'm like, no. According to like Michael Biehn permit, right? When he's talking about it, I was like, no, they had it for that. The only thing that they didn't have a permit for was the end shot of the movie, and then Cameron claimed he was like a student filmmaker or something like that.
Well, the scene where they did the breaking of the window, that was for real. That was him breaking the glass with his fist. And again, they didn't have a permit for that shot.
Yeah.
Because that's something that Arnold brought up when he was on, what's his name? The British show, the Irish host, Graham Norton. And he was on there with Linda Hamilton, which was kind of cool. She was like, I didn't like him. I didn't want to work with him. I'm a real actor. Then she changed her mind after she got to know him. She actually liked working with him.
I mean,
But,
I remember her from like Beauty and the Beast too.
Oh, I hated that show so much and refused to watch it.
Okay.
So, but in order to kind of make somebody happy here, I will do this real quick because if you didn't know it, there was a Muppet in this movie. Did you know there was a Muppet?
Gonzo?
There he is. It's time for the Terminator show.
Yeah, that's after he rips out the eye with a really nasty sound effect too.
He took
Yep.
too much material from the face.
From around the eye. Well, they did it for a reason. There's a real reason for it, so you could see the mechanics underneath.
Yep.
Yeah,
Why they did it. So this week we are celebrating a birthday. And whose birthday is it that we're celebrating this week, guys?
not mine.
Arnold's.
So for that, you get this.
Give them a big, big hand. And let's all sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, God.
Happy birthday to you.
It's as bad as I expected.
Ah,
I knew he
This-
can't sing.
He sings almost as bad as Martin.
He's
This
saying
is-
exactly the way I did it when I did it. Happy
Yeah.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
dude, this is how I feel inside hearing that.
Actually, you hit more notes than he did.
I
I found that just for you,
do it.
Danny.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Apparently, I
Oh,
needed to use that.
that's Tully Muppet. It was Jim Henson. You didn't know this, but that's not Arnold's voice in the movie. Jim Henson was brought in to impersonate Arnold for the entire Terminator film. That's a fact. Look it up.
I mean,
Let's
yeah,
hear it.
Kermit. If you do it just an octave, it goes Kermit the Frog here to
Kermit.
Arnold the Schwarzenegger.
Okay. Enough Muppets. Gary has a shit ton of
Yeah.
material here in the back. We should get through that.
Hey, Matthew Marcello is here. What's up?
Hi, Matthew.
Yeah.
Oh
Getting a
God,
good
I
job
would
here.
love Muppet
Reed.
Terminator, and the Terminator's the only one played by a real actor.
Look at that. Yeah, everybody else is a puppet. The Terminator is the only real person. That'd just be ironic. And of course, I didn't get to say hi to you a few minutes ago, but everybody else did. Hi, Soul Assassin. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, and wherever he shoots anyone, they explode into felt.
It's about time for him to put out something good. I've been waiting for him to put out some quality film.
Yeah, man. I need the ending of Riddick.
I mean,
And I-
they
Yeah.
already had an ending, and then they went, nope,
Shut up,
that didn't
shut up.
end it.
Don't
No, shut up.
Don't-
Shut up.
pull a Conan and wait 40 years to conclude your story. It's time to do it. 20 years is long enough. Give us the conclusion to Riddick. King Riddick. I don't know what's going on, man. My video's choppy right now. So I'm going to get into some cool stuff here. Number one, we did watch today, which was fun, by the way, and thank you, Martin. Watching the extended cut has those scenes put back in that basically wrap up the story that would become Terminator 2. Because in reality, they were that building they end up in isn't by accident, it was by design. They were going to go destroy Cyberdyne systems and stop them from making the Terminator. But in the end, they still throw an homage to it, even though the scenes were cut. There's an homage in the director's cut, particularly of Terminator 2, Judgment Day. And you actually see Dyson putting the chip that was found in the destroyed Terminator, as well as the fucking hand. So you get both. I think that's really cool, right? Am I not right?
Yeah.
That shit's fucking awesome, man.
He's
And
looking
by
at
the-
that hand thinking, I wonder.
Man,
Oh.
Yeah, it is kind of silly
thinking about all
though.
the fisting that he missed out on, not having it.
No, but it is kind of silly given what they then put into Terminator 3 because they suddenly went like, oh yeah, they're powered by fusion cores, and if they explode, it's like a nuke. So then, what should have happened when Sarah crushed at the end? The entire factory should have exploded, killing her and everyone that was in the area.
Right. Yeah, when he dips down into the fucking metal.
Yeah, that should just blow up.
Explosion. Yeah.
Yeah, and they would be covered and
just forget
dead.
it.
Yeah.
There's only two movies. I don't talk about the others. I didn't like any of them. I only liked the Terminator and Terminator 2. One thing I want to talk about too here is, look, I'm a big Bill Paxton fan. And I think that he is probably one of my favorite character actors of the 20th century. I just fucking love the guy. Also, he is a member of the Gap Club. But I will tell you that in this shot here, they took black paint to make his gap look bigger. So his gap is bigger than mine. Because I can fit my tongue between mine. And mine wasn't always this big. Mine is bigger because got wider because I got hit by an old Dutchman who I can't speak Dutch, but I could speak a little German. And so I would communicate with him speaking German. And he was a member of the Dutch Underground, and he had Alzheimer's, and he thought I was a fucking Yahtzee, and yelled something nasty at me and elbowed me, and it caught me under the chin, and it made my chin, and it made my teeth clack, and it splintered this tooth, which the company refused to pay for. They were worse than the military. That injury is non-service related.
Oh, that's dickish.
So, but this is the first of 3 Arnold Schwarzenegger films that Bill Paxton would appear in. Before he did this film, he had worked as a painter on the previous Piranha film under Roger Corman, and Cameron liked him. He took a shine to him, and so his first movie after Piranha, he made sure to give Bill Paxton a role in it. And it's a cool role. I like it. I think it's cool. Also, the gentleman on the right. Anybody?
Was it Brian Thompson?
Brian Thompson.
That's Brian Thompson.
But
Famous
man,
henchman.
he was so thin. What the fuck?
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
he normally looks enormous, but he looks really normal sized in this, and it's bizarre.
No, it's not, because they're street kids. They're probably not eating the healthiest diet and probably doing drugs and shit.
Well,
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no.
about as a person.
Brian Thompson. Yes.
Brian Thompson is the
that actor
actor.
is huge.
He's huge.
I know. But guys, it's
And
not unheard of that actors lose weight for a role sometimes.
Well, I'm just telling you, it's weird seeing it. And well, part of the thing is here in this scene is Arnold says, "Your clothes, give them to me," and he doesn't take them from anybody. He kills Bill Paxton's character, throwing him against the gate behind him, and then punches through the chest out the back of Brian Thompson. Yeah, punch stabbed him. And but the other guy, who's a nobody, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. I've never seen him in anything else. It's his outfit is the one that he actually steals. So it's like all the brutality was so not needed. He just needed the clothes from the guy on the left.
Yeah.
The right plays a henchman. He's played Klingons, other aliens. He's been on Star Trek, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, as I recall, too. What he on DS9?
He was
or
Shao
he
Kahn.
Yeah, he's
in that god awful movie. But
yeah,
he was
well, he was the Klingon commander in Star Trek V.
Yep.
The fucked up movie that I don't blame Shatner for, because I've read the script and it's good. And it was all Harv Bennett. that all the blame is on Harv Bennett for what he did. And he was trying to end the original crew. He wanted it over so they can move on to next gen because he saw dollar signs in his eyes. And the cruelest and greatest irony is he finally got his wish with Star Trek 6 that they were going to finally launch the TNG crew with the crossover with Captain Kirk and some of the cast with Star Trek
Generations,
which is not a good film.
Should I play the slideshow now?
But Brian was the Klingon in Star Trek V, the commander of the ship. Yeah, you can start at any point, but let me get through these real quick. So this is the LA 2nd Street Tunnel. It is the single most filmed tunnel in the history of cinema. And it has such a cool look. And it's renowned in cinema that so many directors want to have a tunnel just like this. And it was designed by Merrill Butler and built between 1916 and 1924. And one of the things that Merrill ordered for this thing is that white tile, reflective tile, that was put from front to back end. And what it is it creates what's referred to as the diffused light box effect. So you see every inch of this fucking tunnel from the beginning to end with just a few fucking lights. And with headlights, it creates that fantastic glow. And of course, it's featured in Blade Runner, another connection to Blade Runner. It's used in everything. This is a famous fucking tunnel that has been filmed in motion pictures more than any other tunnel in the world. And that includes all porn.
What?
Just don't listen to what he's saying.
Make the connection.
Just don't
Tunnels.
listen.
Tunnels.
porn,
a funny
not
thing-
porn. If you misheard that,
I have a funny bit of trivia here for the tunnel, because those white plates that you see, they were made by a German company, and people weren't happy at the time because guess what was happening in 1960? Germans weren't very well liked back then, but they are world renowned for building tunnels, so they did it.
No. Pick up a copy of Future Noir by my buddy Paul, and he explains how many times this tunnel has been filmed in motion pictures.
It just looks so cool. Of course, everybody wants it.
Yeah. And of course, I've already gone over that's Franco, Schwarzenegger's buddy, and he's also in. It's hard to find him in other films, but he's in everything that Arnold ever did. But he's so easy to spot in this film. And it's a good scene, by the way. That's fucking cool, the way he is just turning with that blank face, just shooting people. And then they cut to that scene, the nightmare scene of him with his head down, looking up with the red glowing eyes. That was fucking cool. I love that scene. And but he's also in the opening scene of Conan the Barbarian. He's the painted guy with the bones all over him that jumps up on a rock while they're attacking Conan's village at the beginning of Conan the Barbarian. But this is the car used by Reese and Sarah. And you'd never know it because you only see it at night, that it's actually avocado green.
And when the
And
Terminator
this is the
is driving,
1972. This is the 1972 Gremlin. I said Pacer earlier to Anima, and I get those names mixed up all the time. It's a Gremlin.
when
The
the Terminator
Pacer
is
looks weird.
chasing Sarah in the truck,
That's later.
He smashes one of those.
Yeah, this car gets abandoned. I can't remember if it gets destroyed, but I just remember that they end up in the pickup truck. And I really like that. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is this wonderful little doodad right there. The Terminator is 45.
AMT
And,
long slide.
Yeah. And that is, and I spotted it when I saw it. I'm like, that's not a laser. That's a fucking scope. And that's all he did is he took a scope and put a laser in it. Because at this time, these weren't used widely. And the guy who did this is, let me find his name here again. Because he did the gun for Stallone in Cobra, which I had a thumbnail image for that too, but they won't let me show all of it. But this is the guy right here. That's Ed Reynolds, and his company back then was called Laser Products Corporation, but now it's called Surefire. And you can actually find them online. It's surefire.com. It's a real website, surefire.com. And they specialize in lasers and sighting systems.
I still
very cool
find it
dude.
hilarious that Cameron now like disavows, like, oh, there's too much gun violence. Like, motherfucker, you like fetishize guns more than most men do porn.
Okay, so the film's laser was a high-powered helium neon gas tube. It required 10,000 volts to run, and the filmmakers had to hide wires up Arnold Schwarzenegger's jacket sleeve, connecting them to a heavy battery pack and power supply in his pocket. The laser was a custom-built housing that used an off-the-shelf scope mount, modified by Ed Reynolds to fit the weapon. And again, he is the same guy who made the, let me find it, the poster, because this is a cool poster. There it is. And boom, baby. He made the laser for that one too.
Yeah, the poster is the best thing about the movie. Well, the car too.
But what you see here is that mounting system went over the weapon, and then the grip on one side of the pistol is pulled off. That is put in place, and then the grip is put over top of it and then tightened down. And that's how it was mounted, by the grip. And it's very cool. That's the battery pack that he wore in his pocket and the wires that went up his sleeve down to the gun. It's a very cool rig, man. It really is. It's one of my favorites, and it is one of the most memorable things about this fucking movie is that goddamn pistol. Now, recently I saw something, and I should have grabbed it. I don't have it, and I apologize. But is the a cat going for the laser on Sarah Connor's forehead. It was fucking hilarious. It shows him point the laser at her head, and then suddenly this cat's like going for the laser. It's fucking funny.
Martin,
Yeah, that
do
was
you have that
Animals.
hand? 'Cause
What?
you sent me that yesterday.
Yeah.
The cat with the laser pointer on
Yeah.
the forehead.
Yeah. Allow me. Oh my god.
So going back to Bill Paxton while he's doing that, he plays the character, the blue-haired punk leader. And he is in 3 films with Arnold, which is really cool. But also, he is the only actor to appear and be killed by a Terminator, an alien from Aliens, and a fucking Predator from Predator 2.
I guess that's something to be proud of.
It's
Well,
just
killed
it is.
off.
trivia.
It's cool.
Technically, Lance Hendrickson, though, I guess the Alien Queen count doesn't count because he still gets turned back on in
He's not
Alien 3.
He didn't die. That Alien 3 is a fucking fever dream of some asshole. That's a shitty fucking movie.
No, but I'm just going, yeah. Lance
But-
Hendrickson gets killed in this movie. He gets killed in Alien versus Predator.
Here's the picture.
and gets torn
he
apart in
doesn't.
Aliens.
There you go.
He didn't. AVP is also, in my opinion, not official. Yeah, don't accept it. I don't care if Brandywine's involved with it. Yeah, there it is. Cat goes to the fucking laser dot. That's fucking great.
That's what cats do.
Bad kitty.
So, The first person that was supposed to play the Terminator was Lance Henriksen, because he and Cameron were close friends after working together on Piranha 2. And so basically, he got shuffled down in the film to play this cop, but he's still above the line cast member. He's mentioned in the opening credits, and that's important. And so his character does get mentioned, or actor gets mentioned, and so getting that credit helped. But he was originally supposed to be the monster in this, and then Arnold was supposed to be the hero, and OJ was one of the people they were looking at, and just run around cutting people's heads off.
I've never been able to find definitive confirmation on the OJ one.
It's official. It's so anyway, OJ was one of the people that was up and running, but the fact is, Arnold went to a lunch with Cameron, telling him, well, whoever you get to play the part, you got to remember they're very robotic, that they would not use, this is before Star Trek Next Generation, that they would not use contractions, which is why they ended up in an argument later in the police station scene, because he wanted to say, I will be back. And he's like, man, I don't tell you how to do what you're doing. Don't tell me how to write. Say the line the way I wrote it. And so Arnold did it. And it's his most famous line. Been repeated in multiple films.
Also, the nerdiest looking policeman in the entire fucking movie, that desk sergeant.
Mm-hmm.
And he's absolutely right about the contraptions, if you ask me. If he's a machine, he would use them.
AI uses ads crazy.
I'm not talking about AI in 2026. I'm talking about machines in 84.
Yeah, but okay, but this Terminator is done 40 years.
Well, one of the first things that
I
AI
know, but they didn't know what was coming back then. So it was logic of Arnold to think like that.
Well, it is a logic that they would adopt into Next Generation with Data.
Yeah.
Even though his brother, Lore, can use contractions, Data, for some reason, is restricted from using contractions, because so he speaks formally all the time.
Lore is more human-like. Now, Soul Assassin, that line is incomplete. You did freaking lasers on the freaking heads.
To go on a minor tangent with Lore, I still get pissed off how he's just, oh yeah, contact crystalline entity, talk to it, tell it to come here. And then next time they run across it, how do we deal with the crystalline entity? How do we talk to it? You fucking did. Your ship fucking did. The first time you met the thing. Sorry, nerd rant over.
Jesus Christ,
those
man.
are always welcome.
Valium. Wow. No, dude, I get it. Yeah, I was always bothered by some of the writing, and don't get me wrong, I love the writing from Star Trek Next Gen, but god damn, man, the first few seasons while Roddenberry is still alive, he refused to allow them to
have
interpersonal conflict.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then, and I hate saying this, but I guarantee you the day he died was the day the producer went, oh, thank God, now we can start writing for real.
I more so like, why, after money existed, Federation credits were a thing in that first series they did, those first 3 seasons. The Next Gen comes along and suddenly, we don't use money. No, you did. You do.
Now, there's another actor with a strange connection to other films, is a gentleman by the name of Chino Fats Williams. And he is the guy that is driving the trash truck at the opening of the film. So, what the hell? What the hell? That's Chino Fats Williams. And he's been in some cool movies. And he's been in Weird Science, again with Bill Paxton. He was in Roadhouse. Night of the Creeps, which is a favorite fucking alien invasion film of mine.
Nice.
And I really do. I love that fucking movie, Night of the Creeps. Tom Atkinson. I'm also a Tom Atkinson fan. I fucking love him. But again, he was in some other films. He was in Action Jackson. He actually had a sizable role in that film, if you guys remember. He's in the movie Jumpin' Jack Flash, one of the handful of Whoopi Goldberg films that I could tolerate. He was in the movie Wildcats, the football movie. Let's see. And he was in another Kurt Russell film, Swing Shift. He's the bouncer at the bar.
Oh,
and if
cool.
you didn't know this, he's in Rocky 3. That guy was around as an extra, and he's so noticeable because he's always like a rumbly old black man, a big old gravelly voice. When I first saw the original, Orginla Terminator, after becoming a fan from his Alti-R movies, Poodle Nato believe Arnold actually played the villain here. He plays a terrific bad guy for sure and scary. No, without a doubt, Matthew, and I'm just playing with you with the typos. Don't worry about it. We speak typo here. Absolutely. It was so weird because that was the problem. And Reed, I think, said something about it a minute ago, that one of the problems they had is that, with the backers was that OJ wasn't believable as a killer. I know.
That didn't age well.
Yeah.
I looked into it. Apparently, there's two versions of events. One's from Arnold, one's supposedly from Cameron. Supposedly, it was just the producers float the idea and he shut it down because, who would see OJ as a killer? The other one was OJ was actually hired, and then.
Well, I never heard that one. I haven't heard that from
according to Arnold, at least.
Huh? I don't remember that. Oh my God.
What?
There was this short, brief period in the 80s where girls wore what we called back then the lion mane hairdo.
I love that haircut, man.
I don't because I can't see the ears. And it's weird. By the way, this is loosely based on Bob's Big Boy, for those who don't know. Also known as Shoney's Big Boy. Is Schonenbaum bought some of the Bob's restaurants and renamed it. To translate the draft into script, Cameron enlisted his friend Bill Wisher, who had a similar approach to storytelling. Cameron gave Wisher scenes involving Sarah Connor and the police department. And for any gay scenes, he gave to a gay buddy of his that wrote them, but in the end, he wasn't into it.
Now,
So
I like how,
from the script.
according to Cameron,
Can I be caught in a lie? Can
sorry,
you guys not catch me in a fucking lie? Don't let me get away with that and just ignore it. I'm lying.
I don't know. or
Okay.
Inspector Gerard said it better. I don't care.
No one
This is
believes you
the-
anyway.
I
Let's
fucking
see.
hate this scene so much because you don't really have it happen like this, but this is every waitress's fucking nightmare.
Oh my God. I have dreams
Everything
like that.
going
That's
wrong.
how long I've worked in the industry. I dream of shifts like that, and then I wake up all sweaty and what the fuck was that?
By the way, this place still exists. It was for a while a safe shop where they sold safes. And I think that's the last business that was in there. But it's still there. This little shop. Oh, and by the way, can you drop that down just for a second? I want to point out that is a hairpiece that he's wearing in that photo in the background.
A headpiece,
And
you
he
say.
did wear it. He did wear the same hairpiece for part of the film because he didn't have that hairstyle. So they slicked his hair back and put on the hairpiece. But if you look at that, it looks like doll's head plugs.
Yeah.
Which people go, well, that just looks weird. Why would they do it? I said, he's not a real human.
Yeah, he's a machine with skin and artificial hair on.
No, it's
No,
natural.
it can't be artificial. It has to be organic because nothing non-organic can be transferred to unless it's inside of something organic. That's
It's
how
still
he was
fine
able
to
be
look
trans.
weird.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious, though.
The thing
'cause-
walks through a wall of fire. So, what do you expect?
No, could you imagine? Skynet could send weapons. It just has to cover them in bacon.
Yeah, I have always thought about that. Why doesn't have weapons?
Got to give some love right now to the greatest character actor of all time. Right there.
Dick Miller.
Dick Miller. There, Amazon has a wonderful documentary on him and his career. I mean, this guy came up through the Corman Studios, man. He was a Corman regular. And he stood out in everything he did. And he ended up getting a leading role in one of Corman's films, Bucket of Blood. And he's good in it. As the psychopath, he doesn't know he's a really nice guy, but he just happens to also be psychopathic. And he keeps accidentally killing people or being forced to kill them, or so he thinks, and then covering them with plaster and selling them as art. It's a fucking crazy movie. It's called Buckets of Blood. Great fucking movie. Dick Miller. God, man. I just said this last night on our group page on Facebook. We have so few classic actors left. And Michael Caine, he retired, but we still have him. He's still here. And it's so nice to have that connected to classic Hollywood still. And we have a handful of movie stars.
Him and Anthony Hopkins. That's about it.
Shatner, Eastwood.
Hopkins is later. He didn't start his career until 1967, 68. Whereas Michael Caine has been around since 57. And 57 counts as classic. There's a fucking station wagon.
That looks like a shitty car.
Is that why Arnold's hair always looks off of her? Yeah. It was meant to be slightly off and kind of punk. The punk thing happened because of the flash.
The fire. Yeah,
The
when
fire.
the
The
car
first-
exploded
when he
and
gets hit.
he jumps through the fire. He
Burns his eye, and he shaved his fucking eyebrows. And he's creepy as shit without the eyebrows. That when he's staring, the way he stares, the mechanical way he moves. Oh, fuck, man. People can say what they want to. I think Arnold is actually an okay actor.
Well, he goes all in for his movie roles. And by the way, that eyebrow thing is why when they have cancer patients in movies, they always have eyebrows and eyelashes, because without them, the face would look too creepy.
Yep. Dick Miller had a funny APR 10. The original. Oh, a part in. I speak typo. A part in the original Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, he was the guy at the dentist office, which later would be played by Bill Murray. No, wait, no, that was Nicholson. Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold
Nicholson
on.
was a patient. Nicholson
Was the patient. What was Dick Miller's role in the movie? I forget now. He is
Was he the dentist?
in Little Shop. No.
No.
No. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Wasn't he one of the patrons at the shop? Was it? There was the guy that ate flowers. I remember. Oh God, I'm trying.
It's been so
to remember
long
off the
since
top
I've
of my
seen
head.
that.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up now, guys. Give me a sec. Jesus Christ, man, what a career! It's taking me forever to scroll. Holy shit, man!
Popcorn Geek says Dick Miller was the lead.
Oh,
No,
he was Seymour.
Was not. He was
No.
not Seymour.
No.
No. He plays Fersen Fouch in the role, and who I'm not sure what Fersen Fouch does in the film. Trying to look, they've got a lot of images here. Yeah, because it's Jonathan Hayes plays Seymour Krelborn.
Yeah, he was offered Seymour but turned it down.
Matthew says he thinks Dick played the guy at the flower shop who likes to eat the flowers.
It is
And
him. That's him.
would
Yeah,
be a
that's
fun
the one I
show.
was thinking of. Okay, man.
I'm sorry, I can share this image here right now. This one is just fucking classic. If you've never seen this fucking movie, I love the musical. I really do, but the original is really fucking funny. Can you share that, Martin?
I can. That's not the question. The question is, will I? Come on, remove it.
This is the
Ah.
scene where Seymour ends up pulling out his teeth and shit, drilling in them. Nicholson.
Yeah.
Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it yet.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, with that
Okay,
blissful smile.
Reading the magazine, he's all excited and stoked. I can hardly wait to have a long root canal. Oh my God, this fucking movie. Trying to get through
Genghis
here.
Khan is in the house.
Nope, not in that shot. Up there.
Oh yes, I do admit that was it the 80s one they did though? Oh God, I can't remember his name now. He played Canadian Beer Guys. Rick Moranis was
Rick
born
Moranis.
to play fucking Seymour, as far as I can tell. Like that's
there's
one of the
Dick
cases
Miller.
of perfect casting.
Yes.
There's Dick.
Yep.
Man.
Hi,
One of the
Genghis.
great, he is, in my opinion, the greatest character actor of all time. Fucking love him. All right, back to the slideshow.
Back and to the left. Ah, that's
Oh,
a
we're only
nightmare.
15 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
This show is
benign.
gonna be long, a long one.
Arnold.
The miniature work in this and animation is just phenomenal. Also, Cameron establishes his use of rear screen projection for a lot of these scenes. It does it really well, meaning that he shot some of the effect shots before they were integrated in rear screen projection for some of the scenes with the actors, like Michael Biehn and the female running from the fucking hunter killer. That's actually miniature shot in the background on the projected screen. Yeah, this shit, man, I had sisters, and I swear to God, man, this is so spot on to a fucking toilet. I mean, a bathroom sink, just covered with their crap.
We were never allowed to be messy like that because we had one bathroom to 8 people.
Oh,
you
wow.
keep your shit in your room.
Yeah. This is also the point where the movie's basically a slasher movie for, what is it, like the first half, and then becomes like a chase movie after the club.
Yeah.
Guys,
Now-
I'll be back.
Only in
Are you
rerun.
saying that? Oh, yeah, he's leaving. Okay. So I paused for a second here because I wanted to talk about this guy. He is a guy that's worked with Michael Biehn before and again later. And I'm trying to see, his name is Rick Rosevich. And you might remember him in Navy SEALs. And he's also in Top Gun. But my favorite role that he was ever in is the guy that thinks he's in love with Daryl Hannah in the movie Roxanne with Steve Martin, which was a remake or an adaptation. I'm sorry, not a remake, an adaptation of Cyrano de Bergerac, but done in a modern setting where instead of part of the Musketeers and all that shit, he's with the fire department, and he plays one of the firemen that Daryl Hannah has the hots for, and he has the hots for her, and he begins to write poetry, Steve Martin does, for him to score with her. But as you know, it's a tragic ending in the movie. I mean, in the book, but in that movie, it has a happy ending because it's a Steve Martin, Daryl Hannah romantic comedy.
Yeah, according to Ariel Ballot, it was a Greta movie.
A what?
Greta Gerwig, whatever her fucking name is. Is that what you're saying?
He mistyped great. I just thought that was funny. It's a Greta movie.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I always like the head detective guy. He is a good.
Oh, he
Just good
sucks at the old
performance.
eye. That upsets
That's
me.
Winfield. He is best remembered by us nerds as the captain of the USS Reliant in
Yep.
Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. And he and Chekhov have those desert lion-like creatures put in their ears to take over their minds.
And he kills himself rather than being used to murder
Yep, turns the
everyone
phaser
around
on
him.
himself. Yep.
Yep. I don't know like who you I don't know your sex or whatnot just based upon your username. So I apologize then. If you
For
are
what?
Oh, Ariel.
Ariel
Oh, she's-
is a girl.
Yeah,
She's a
yeah,
shit.
and she's just used to us knowing that.
Okay, I don't. So I apologize. And
It is hard to tell if you're lying or not, Gary, because you are our elder. We assume you're always right. And Anima isn't disputing your actions, so why should we?
No one is assuming he's always right. Only Gary.
no,
We don't believe him anymore.
you are the future wife, so you are the arbiter of what is right and what is wrong. Here's a hint: it's not Gary, it's you.
Dude,
If they
I
had
know
made
I'm
any
fucked.
other,
You don't need to rub it in.
there's, I'm sorry, I'm ignoring you guys shitting on me because I want to go into some of this stuff. Because, look, no actor was right for this role except for Arnold. Once you see him in this role, you realize nobody else would have played this role, with the same style that he did, and it was perfect. Very
I agree.
robotic and very scary.
Though it has to be kind of
Stallone-
sad that hey, your best acting role is a unfeeling killing machine that can
Yeah.
emote.
Shen, he was originally set to play the hero, but he wanted to be the robot.
Yep. Because he was one of the people that Cameron was talking to, and he said, I'm just not interested in that, but I am interested in this. By the way, that is the name of the gentleman who owns the flower shop, Mr. Mushnik.
Wait, I
But
thought that Arnold
we sell
wanted to be the
flowers
hero,
here.
and then like had to be convinced to play the villain.
No, not in this one.
If this is referring back to that one, we've already gone over that one. So, yeah, this is what you were doing. So, Martin's not here, so I don't know where we are in the chat. I'll go here. Even though they are very brief, the feature sequences are so grimy and depressing, dark, and I love the miniature work in it. Really good stuff, man. It looks so real. Hey, boyfriend. And by the way, hi, Genghis. Hey, boyfriend seemed to be able to last against the Terminator for a minute or two. Yeah, he had no chance. It was an inevitable ending because of his metal skeleton.
I got a question for it because obviously this is 84. Like I was like 1 when this movie came out. How controversial was the whole police shootout thing? Because I've heard varying degrees of like.
I never heard anything about it. Nothing. I never heard a thing.
Yeah.
And being someone that went to the movies, and also I was deeply rooted into the science fiction community because I lived with Ron Miller, who was a film artist. He worked on Dune, 1984. He was one of the production artists, him and his wife. His wife, Judy, is the one who designed the ornithopters for the movie. And so we all went to see this movie together. And I mean, I was blown away by this movie when I saw it with them. And I don't recall one controversial thing about this film. Forgot that it was him who Steve Martin tried to coach when Daryl had his heart. Yep. That was him.
Because this was considered an indie movie back in the day. Now it's considered like.
Well, you got to look at a lot of films from the 80s. They were shot on what's referred to as an indie budget, Blade Runner was shot on an indie budget. I'm sorry, Trancers, which is a ripoff of Blade Runner, and I love that movie. They shot that for under a fucking $1 million. And looking at the film, you wouldn't know that. It really does look better, even though those sets and props are so cheap.
Yeah,
because
though.
they use a lot of smoke on the set. It gave atmosphere and it hides how bad the props and sets were.
Yeah, though. As $1 million back then is what, like $3 million now. Still low. Just like $1 million is not $1 million anymore, which is sad.
Get that man away from my cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine.
Yeah, because by the way, that's the niece that I'm closest to in my family is my niece Ariel.
So then with this, did Arnold still have trouble getting roles even after like Conan came out? Because Conan was like 82, right? Like this was after Conan, definitely, right?
Yeah. Darmok. Shaka when the walls fell. It's one of my favorite episodes where the character speaks in metaphor. As far as Arnold went, man, look, wasn't in a hurry because he was already a multimillionaire from his real estate business. He wanted to go about things the right way, and I think he did a fine job, with his career. It definitely could have been a lot worse because he's what you would call a niche genre actor, and yet he was still able to be selective with what he was in, and you got to be impressed with how he did it. He was his own agent, really, in many ways. Nobody could do it better than him.
Well, they played to his strengths. The problem, of course, that happens is as he got older, the thing that was his greatest asset went away.
Yeah, because he shot Conan in 81. It got released in 82, and that made him a star. And then he took a small break, and then in 83 shot Conan the Barbarian or Conan the Destroyer and the Terminator, both in 83, and they got released in 84. And he also did Red Sonja next, which was just fucking awful. But then he turns right around and does Commando. And following Commando, he does Raw Deal. Commando he shot in 84 and released in 85, and shot Raw Deal in 85 and released in 86. And he's kind of, if you pay attention, he's following the Harrison Ford rule of being a movie star, which is don't do more than one movie a year and limit it to no more than two. If you start spreading yourself out, the desire for you begins to lessen, which is something Harrison Ford apparently told Travolta, because he was doing too many fucking movies a year in the 90s. It was ridiculous.
He should have told that to the current people running Star Wars.
Oh, not just them. Everyone running anything today.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, I don't think there'd be as much dislike of Pedro Pascal or Zendaya if they weren't in every bloody movie this year, last year, 3 years ago. Like, for me, like, too much of a singular person, even if you did like them or kind of didn't hate them, it gets grating after a while. Like,
that's the
I'm
thing.
over
Even
Zendaya.
if they're talented, you get annoyed by them. But these hacks aren't talented. They can't act.
I love you, Anima. I love you. Not as much as Gary will, but I'll let you know I'm as close as I'm going to get with loving you.
Because I get annoyed about that shit?
Yes. Oh, well, I forget who said it to me, but they go, people talk about, relationships are about like focusing on what you both love together. It's like, no. If you want a long lasting relationship, you both focus on what you both hate. And that brings you together. And I seen
Okay.
that is not a lie.
So, I know the one you're talking about, Alpha. It was a good episode of Perry Mason. I've seen every episode of Perry Mason. Love that show. I am Animus Himbo.
My what?
Female bimbo. Yeah,
Oh.
male
Yeah.
bimbo.
That doesn't sound nice.
I'm fine with it. The flying.
Okay.
What's up, my
touchdowns look
himbo?
good design. Yeah, some of it's done by wire work and some of it is done with animation. It's so well done. I've heard a lot of actors say it can be fun playing a villain because they get to do something more outside themselves. Yeah. And he'd already played a major hero, so he thought this was a good twist for him to go do something like this.
Well, from just a writing perspective, also, the villains don't have the limits. Like, the hero basically has to stop the villain from whatever they're doing usually.
Yep. I did the same. I saw that movie at the Victoria Theater in Fredericksburg, Virginia, with Ron and Judy Miller. And and my ex-wife Lori was there. And it was a good movie. It was fun. Yeah, Conan shot in 81, released in 82. Terminator shot in 83, released in 84. Which I think I was just talking about that a minute ago, that the order of how they shot in between movies. The only skip that he had was he released nothing really in 83.
And it's also kind of a weird thing when you really think about it. Like this and Titanic, where meet guy have an extremely traumatic experience around the time guy dies. And then you just kind of go on with life.
Red Sonja was not very good, but Bridget Nielsen looked so hot. And also the hot crazy ratio. Learn it. It's real math.
Yep. So I always think that Kyle Reese was, knew he was going to die going back.
Well, it's a one-way trip. He had to accept that.
Well, yeah, no, that I knew he wasn't going to come back to the bridge, but no, that he was actually going to die protecting Sarah.
Yo, dude, that is one of the funniest fucking scenes ever. Him singing Yakety Yak, Don't Talk Back.
I imagine Kyle after the post-neutrality saying,
I Penny.
"Oh, fuck, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm John's dad."
Before I go, I want to bust a nut with you. We have a situation now. Shin is going after Anima, and Gary and me are getting closer because we like the Muppets, and Anima's doesn't.
Okay, let's not have a, was it Love Square, whatever the hell it would be called?
Triangle. Love triangle.
I'd call it chaos. No, it's not a triangle, but there's four
It's
of
a
us.
square. It's
Yeah.
a square.
It's a square.
Yeah, it'd be a square. Or it'd be two triangles stacked next to each other.
Hey, let's say it correctly. Let's not be L7. L7.
Yeah,
It's square.
I would just call it chaos.
It's an old saying. Don't be L7. It's in a song, even.
I
It's in
haven't heard that.
Yakety Yak. I think it's Yakety Yak, isn't it?
Take out
Or
the
is it-
paper
no.
from the trash.
It's the other song. Harry. monster song. What's that thing called? Wooly Bully, Wooly Bully. And Maddie told Hattie, let's not be L7. And that means don't be square. Definitely for both Brigitte and Margaret. Yeah. The beautiful to crazy ratio.
Yeah,
Hey,
Amber
Brother
Heard
Red.
is definitely.
What is up, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, Amber Heard's the prime example of the hotness to craziness ratio.
Yeah, but when you see her without makeup on, she does her makeup that makes her look hot, and she's not. She's a naughty, not a hottie.
He wasn't the first choice. They asked both Gibson and Stallone, but they weren't interested. And then when Cameron met with Arnold to sell him the good guy role, Reese, Arnold started talking about how the Terminator should be played, and that's when Cameron just began to see the Terminator in Arnold. So he was like, "Yeah, that's our guy." And that was the only character Arnold was interested in. So.
He was really pushing that if whoever takes his part needs to, and he was like explaining all the things he needs to do. And one of them was speak without contractions, because as a machine, it would not know how to do a contraction correctly. In his mind, with the way computers were working back then. I first heard Wooly Bully from the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie, yeah. Oh, it's much older than that.
There's a lot of songs that have like that similar like weird made up words like Tutti Frutti, Oh Rudy.
Yep.
Like, what's a Tutti Frutti? I have no idea.
I did not know that. Rick Aiello. Huh. That was a sad day when we lost Danny. Another great fucking actor. Now, I liked how she actually, when the cops pull out their guns on him, how she's quick to, no, don't. They'll kill you. She's actually has begun to really care about him because she realizes that he's telling the truth. That whatever this fucking thing is, whether it's from the future or not, it's trying to kill her.
And she also knows that if he's from the future, he probably doesn't have the cop experience that she's had. So he doesn't know how to not behave around cops if you want to survive.
Yeah, Danny DeVito is the Terminator.
Meth raid.
Oh. By whom?
Meth, as always, on Saturday.
Oh, Meth is in the house. You can see him. Oh, come on, man.
I was actually more impressed that the Terminator knew to get a phone book in the first place.
And then, of course, yes, Mephisto. Hey, brother, how you doing, man? Got any energy left to join us, or are you just going to go to bed?
I hope you had a good show, Meth.
Oh, he's the guy that grabs him and Schwarzenegger crushes his hand. Okay.
Found your Hammerschlag.
Who are you asking if I remember? Are you asking if I remember Danny Aiello? Fuck, yeah, I know who Danny Aiello is. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. You're asking if that Rick was in it, and do I know him? I don't fucking know him from Adam. But I'm going to check him out, because if he's Danny's son, he's got to have something good about him. The fucking Danny Aiello, man.
Michael Biehn in this scene and a couple others does a lot of the heavy lifting for the thing, because he has to sell being from the future.
Those
and
Nikes,
everything that's going on.
I wanted those Nikes so bad at the time.
Yeah, Soul Assassin, he said the exact same thing as we're watching the movie. Ooh, I like this.
Well, I know, he's saying it right here, and I'm commenting Soul Assassin. I fucking love those shoes, man. And I went looking for them. I went to the Foot Locker. I went everywhere and couldn't find those fucking shoes. pissed me off because I'm like, man, they remind me of Chuck Taylor's. And I was like, why doesn't Chuck Taylor's make one of those, And from Converse, but Nike had the wrap band around the ankle, and I'm like, I fucking need something like that.
No,
Oh,
what I always wanted was the Terminator sunglasses.
I didn't like them, but I get it. A lot of people do. I don't like those kinds of sunglasses. I look weird with big glasses. I look angry, and I'm not angry. I look more normal with these.
Well, that's my
round
secret.
lenses.
I am angry all the time.
I said that to Animal one day. I said, "Oh, I get it now. I'm the Hulk because I'm always angry."
I had always wanted them to do the T700s, and they're all played by Danny DeVito.
That would have been funny. Like they're like, I'm gonna say the word. I hope we don't get defunded, or demonetized. But all of them are kind of mildly retarded.
Yeah,
I just thought that would be funny. Like, these are not good ones. Those are the bad ones. You don't want them. They'll kill you, but only by accident.
If Danny DeVito were a Terminator, it would be Droidica Terminator. He wouldn't run. He just ran.
Now those are Ray-Bans. The Blues Brothers wore. They were what we referred to. We called them back then the Sunfarers. They were beach sunglasses made by Ray-Ban. Now I will point out something that bugged me earlier when the cop says, "He gotta get him. He's got my gun." It's like, no cop would fucking say that way, because if a bad guy gets your fucking gun, you're in trouble.
You're
Serious
probably dead.
fucking trouble. No, it's you're in trouble. If a guy gets your gun away from you and runs off with it, you are in trouble.
Never lose your gun.
Legal fucking trouble. And it's just a big old fucking no-no. And he handles it like, gotta get that guy. He got my gun. Like, that's it. It's like, whatever. Danny Aiello tried to open up a major film and TV studio right here in Staten Island. I'm sorry. Did you mean Staten Island, or am I over reading your typos? And it's actually Taten Island. Let me know in the chat, Matthew. It's important.
Maybe it's Taten Island.
Yeah. Maybe you meant to put an I and an extra T in there. It's called Titten Island, which sounds really interesting to me. But anyway, unfortunately, our nitwit mayor, Bloomberg, he's talking about Staten Island, at the time was against it. Yeah. Anima is not going to like Midsummer. Oh, Midsummer. Yeah, that movie. Yeah. Not her kind of movie. I gotta be honest, not mine either. I watched it. I did not like it.
I like Wicker Man a lot more than Midsummer.
That's how you do that kind of horror. That is how you do it. That movie gets in your fucking head. The Wicker Man, the original, not the one with Nick Cage.
Wicker Man. Okay.
The Wicker Man, the original with
Christopher Lee one, where it's basically this whimsical musical that becomes a fucking nightmare at the end. It's amazing.
It doesn't have the fucked up line, "No, not the bees. Ah, not the bees." I would like to go back in time and get on that set and punch Nicolas Cage right in the face for that movie. Just right in his fucking elongated, big nose face. Just fucking plow him a good shot. Gary has the Hulk. How the hell does your pants stay on? Who says they do? You don't know me very well.
No, if you want a laugh, listen to the director's commentary for the Nick Cage Wicker Man, because he tries justifying everything he did, including the blatant misogyny in the movie. Because that entire movie is basically women are terrible and evil and will lead you to getting killed. That's the point of that Nicolas Cage Wicker Man. Even the little girl turns out to be evil at the end.
I wouldn't be so quick to judge that statement.
All I get to say, this is my blanket statement. I don't fucking care. I don't like that movie. I don't want to talk about it. Now, this is pretty cool the way he cuts the hole here. And Stan Winston created this puppet head. And no, it does not look real, but I don't care. They did this on a very small budget. And
Dude,
look what they fucking did.
And by the time they did it, man.
And when they echo scenes in what's the movie? Terminator Genesis. They echo some of the scenes. The puppet head they created for that movie with more money looks like shit. Gambit first. I said it many times on the show, I think. Okay. So anyway, I started blasting.
Yep.
What that's about. How many
that's a
women
Dane
have been
DeVito
killed
line.
by Terminator? Because he goes through the phone book to search for the same name.
2.
Yeah, there are 2 before her. There's Sarah Connor, Sarah A. Connor, and then Sarah J. Connor.
Oh, speaking of that, one of my favorite things on Twitter was there was an account that was just the Arnold Terminator, and it would just respond to tweets, Sarah Connor. Until it actually got to a Sarah Connor, and then there was just a bunch of ellipses.
Yeah.
What's her name that plays Sarah Connor in this? What is her name?
Linda
What's
Hamilton.
her name? Linda. Yeah, Linda. Because they started dating Cameron and her, and I don't know if it started during the shooting or not. I'm going to look it up real quick because I can't remember.
I know they eventually did get married.
No, it was later on. They hooked up in 1990, and it was after his divorce from Catherine Bigelow, and then he and Linda started dating when they shot the film Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Though I consider one of the greatest dick moves in the history of film would be him inviting her as this +1 to the Oscars to basically see him just win every fucking award for Titanic. That's a special kind of like, screw you.
Hey,
Watch
what do
me
you
succeed.
think, Mephisto? What if we do a Terminator with a very Yiddish Terminator? But I'll be back.
It would be a Woody Allen Terminator.
You got some schmutz on your face. Oh, it's a bullet. Sorry.
Instead of I'll be back, it's like,
help me out here, Mephisto. What would his catchphrase be if he was Jewish?
Does she have a daughter?
No, it has to be a catchphrase.
I like that
he
one.
says to the cop. Instead of "I'll be back," what would he say? What would he say to that cop? Would he use passive aggressive guilt?
I don't have any money.
I have all my siblings are Jewish, by the way, and my sisters absolutely use guilt, passive aggressive guilt, like nobody's business. Which is why I had to tell them back in 2016, if I weren't related to you, I'd have nothing to do with you. You guys are just so fucking weird to me. The way you use passive aggressive, what I call now toxic behavior. The Mashuganator. There we go. What, you were expecting Arnold?
And he stabs people with dreidels.
Yeah, stabs him and then turns and gives him advice. You might want to put a little ice on that. The swelling will go down. Don't forget to have a good bowel movement. WR got 300 miles to Chicago, half a tank of gas, pack of cigarettes. Yeah, that's Blues Brothers.
Yep.
It took me a second. It's like, oh, I know what we're talking about now. I fucking love Blues Brothers. And that's a movie Anima's never seen before.
That is not true. I have.
Oh, you've seen it?
Multiple
I love that
times.
movie. They destroyed that building and they never paid to fix it.
Gary, I was in band at school. we played a lot of Blues Brothers songs. I saw that movie many times back then.
Shake it, tell feather.
It's the Bodacious Tatan Island.
One of my favorite Carrie Fisher roles too, because it's such a great running gag.
Do you know who would have been perfect to play the cop here? Ben Stein. Ben Stein.
I'm sorry, Sarah Connor's not in right now.
Connor.
Bueller.
Dude, Gary, stop pausing the slideshow. We are barely halfway through.
Barely halfway through. We're going to die if you don't hurry.
I hate going over, and you go over anyway, so I at least want to finish the slideshow somewhat on time.
And it did Bjorn Anderson from Death in Venice. Oh, that. Wait a minute. Death in Venice. I know that movie, damn it. I know that movie. Leslie Hamilton was her twin. As a matter of fact, she's in Terminator 2. It's funny, he used two twins in that movie. He used the Ginger brothers, one to be the guard and the other one to be the T2 copy. And then the same thing with Linda. When you see, there's two things they did in that movie too that I really loved, because the mirror scene is actually not a fucking mirror. It is a puppet head where she's putting shit into it, and you see her in the mirror, and it's actually not her, it's her sister, twin sister with Arnold.
That is cool.
So she had a twin sister. Now Cameron failure is complete.
If I can't turn you, I will turn your sister. The way he says sister is so evil in that movie. That's my favorite. By the way, that is my favorite scene in the movie.
What
the
movie?
Scenes between Darth Vader and Luke.
Return of the Jedi.
Are the best. Yeah,
Oh.
Return of the Jedi. I have so many problems with that. That's not Han Solo. I don't know who the fuck that is. Whoever that was that they got out of the carbonite was not Han Solo. And all of a sudden, he's a fucking idiot. He's like stepping on twigs. Then, hey, it's me. You know, what the fuck?
Harrison Ford stopped caring. That's what happened.
That's really what it is. He didn't want to play the character. He wanted him to die. Anyway, there was limited interference from Orion Pictures. Yeah, I got to tell you, once they saw the dailies for this film, the studio, all the breaks that they were pushing on, stopped. Once they started seeing the movie take form. This is, of course, Lance Henriksen's death scene. God.
So
dies,
do
but he dies
police
off camera.
So do police have machine guns like that at their...
Yeah. They're not called machine guns.
Well, assault rifles, I should say.
No, just a rifle. The assault is something created by Democrats. It's a fake word. All weapons are assault weapons. Every single one of them.
That's the same thing as saying brutally murdered. Murder is always
brutally murdered.
God, I hate that.
It's like, she was kindly murdered. Very nicely. Very
okay,
gently.
rifles. Okay, yes.
Cuddled to death.
Thank you, Democrats.
Yeah. Just be aware. There's another thing that annoys me. It is the selector switch being made into semi.
Oh, yeah.
There's no such thing. There's automatic or full automatic. Automatic doesn't mean full automatic. Automatic means automatic loading. That's why I fucking despise liberals when it comes to guns, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I fired an M16 and I got PTSD. Fuck off. Guy really said that. He got PTSD from firing an M16. What a fucking retard. Anyway, this scene, I did like this scene, by the way, Martin, in the extended cut. I liked it. I liked that we got the story that basically is Terminator 2.
Terminator 2.
That they are going to, and at first, Reese doesn't want to do it. And it ends up in a physical altercation between the two of them where he actually draws a fucking gun on her. And she's going to shoot me?
Mhm.
And he's like, oh, fuck, you know. It's just his reaction. It's his reaction
Yeah.
to the violence. It's a natural reaction for him with violence. And
Let's
he's
just say
like,
they
I
make
can't-
up for it later.
Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, single best, and I'm talking about, you know, there's a lot of movies from the 80s that have a montage. This has the best montage in the history of cinema because it is a fuck montage.
he,
It's a montage
he filled her
of
up, but
all
not
the
with bullets.
different moments. It shows different moments of them fucking in different positions. And I'm telling you, greatest montage ever made is that.
Because you
right
have
there.
you have
So
to have
was
a
it-
You have a
montage.
montage.
So was
We're gonna-
Team America
we're gonna
playing
fade-
homage
We're gonna
to
fade
Terminator?
out. Well, hold on, man. I'm still going. We're gonna fade out on a montage. Fading out. Now go. Shit, let me finish. my
Yeah,
fucking
so
joke.
was Team America World Police doing a homage to Terminator when they had the
It is
puppet?
doing it. Yes, it absolutely is. They're big fans of the Terminator, just so you know. Not of James Cameron, but of the movie. You got it in my man for we very bodacious. Yeah, bodacious tatas. Yeah, goddamn right. I know somebody with some bodacious tatas.
Yeah, because I do admit, for back then, Lynn Hamilton, hot.
Yeah.
Except for the hair. I hate that.
Yeah, even with the 80s hair. Connor.
You know what I'm doing?
Freaking-
I'm pointing at Anima. I know somebody with some bodacious tatas.
Yeah, and everybody was politely ignoring it.
Yes.
No,
Thanks for
you guys
pointing
didn't get
out.
it. You guys were lost.
We
He
all
thought I
got
was
it.
He thought I was pointing at the fucking comment. I'm pointing at
Gary,
you.
you need to translate into being a gentleman when it comes to anime. So instead of
Oh.
bodacious tatas, you say you have a beautiful figure.
She has
Same
what I
intent,
would love.
but
I lovingly
nicer
call.
words.
She has what I lovingly call Major League Yabos. Animal House, 1979 or 8.
And I didn't even like
So
that movie.
what I don't like about her hairstyle is it covers the fucking ears, and it's weird to not see a woman's ears. First of all, I think they're one of the most attractive things that frame the woman's face is the shape of their ears. And I want to see ears. I don't want to see a fucking lion's mane. That's weird looking to me. I know Martin likes it, but I like ears. I'm an ear,
Okay,
like all
well, we
ears.
know now,
Not
Anima,
a
when you're on a
portable
date with Gary,
That's gotta be a new fetish.
pull your hair back and then cover your ears anyways.
Now, a lot of guys like ears because it's part of the erogenous zone to begin with. It's one of the erogenous zones is a woman's ears. Like guys too. It's like girl bites a guy's ear, man. Shit's about to happen. It's just a rule. You didn't know
I'm
that, it's a
learning
rule.
things
It's
about you,
written down
Gary.
in a
I
fucking-
never wanted to.
Go to the Smithsonian. On display is the rules for a girl biting your ear. It's written that shit's gonna happen, and it says it right under it. Woman bites ears, shit's about to happen.
So this is another case in which you are bullshitting us, and we should acknowledge it.
No, go to DC. Pay for the ticket. Go to DC. Prove me wrong.
You know I can't, you dick.
I all I know now is you're definitely a fan of The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, I like Long Kiss Goodnight. By the way, I do want to say this. Alpha, you live close enough. You could go, as does Tim. Tim lives in Virginia too. Tim or Alpha could fucking go to DC and prove me a liar easily. The police sequence is out of a horror movie, no doubt. Yeah. Oh, this is the scene with Franco. I like this scene when he just comes up out of that stuff with that fucking machine gun, machine gun, fucking starts opening up.
That
on
Terminator
everybody.
said, "Surprise, motherfucker!"
Yeah, surprise, motherfucker.
I could kind of understand doing Midsummer because I really did enjoy the family horror film. What's its
Could you be a
the
little
one
more
he the one
specific?
he did before Midsummer.
No.
With
Yeah,
the
but it's a
family.
ridiculous term that became popular in the 80s. And it's a ridiculous term because every rifle is an assault rifle. Any rifle like the 223, a lot of rifles fire a 223. It's not just the M16 or civilian AR-15. Now, you asked me a question about law enforcement. They absolutely, and depending on the state, they even can have full automatic weapons, depending on the state. But I don't think California allows that. SWAT carries semi-automatic weapons in California, if I remember correctly. Alpha, you probably might be able to look that up or find out, but I can't remember if California is one of those states. But you will find some states, like I just watched what do you call it, body cam video, where you see one of the officers with a full automatic M4 carbine.
I mean, SWAT
And
stands for special weapons. So if not
Assault
them, who
tactics.
will
It
be
used to
allowed?
be two
Yeah, I know.
T's. It used to be two T's. A lot of people might not remember this. It was special weapons assault tactical teams. And they didn't have their own office. What it was is you had special trained officers that were regular beat cops. And if SWAT was needed, they would switch over to SWAT. And they'd sometimes they even change their hats. They'd take on the SWAT cap, put on the vest, and fucking go to work. They showed that in one of my favorite cop shows of all time, Adam 12. And Anima enjoyed that, by the way. She didn't get to see all of it, but I showed her some good episodes of that show. This is my favorite right here.
Of course.
Now, in real life, that had just been a series of ones and zeros. And he would have selected one, and then he would have said whatever it was.
Actually, that would make sense if that name comes from the Yazis that people don't want it used today.
What?
What Alpha is saying.
Yeah, the
Sturmgewehr.
Sturmgewehr, and developed by the Wehrmacht in World War II, and specifically rifles designed specifically for combat is really what that refers to. But the problem is any rifle can be used in combat. You know, do you want that rifle in combat? No, not really. But what's ironic is, with fully automatic, and it's like, you know what? I served in the military. Do you know how often you fire full automatic? This many times. There's air in there. I can go through it, but you rarely fire full automatic. Most guys are trained. You get so used to your weapon, you just automatically fire a 3-shot burst. But they did create a selector switch that allowed you to select 3-shot bursts too. But what I don't like is the word semi, because it doesn't need to be there. It's stupid. Because the weapon isn't automatic, meaning full automatic. Full automatic is full automatic. Automatic, it means that it's automatically loading to the next round. So it automatically loads. It uses a gas port to eject the shell and press forward another round into the chamber. That's called automatic loading. And that's why it's called an automatic. And people who fuck that up don't know what they're talking about, and they're fucking idiots. And they have turned the world into a world of idiots, because now most of your fucking modern weapons that fire full automatic have safe, semi automatic. And it's like, fuck you.
Oh, and Martin.
This is the infamous Oreos and barbecue sauce scene.
Oh, yeah. Martin, the film I was referring to, Hereditary. That's the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah, that movie.
Haven't seen it yet.
I didn't like it. Didn't like it. By the way,
Now I'm gonna watch it harder.
They do use fig Newtons to make plastic explosives and a pipe bomb. Fig Newtons are dangerous. It's a warning. There's a warning on the label. Go look. If you got fig Newtons, go look. I like to lie to you.
You aren't like please stop lying like terribly.
Yeah, that's
Never
it.
going to
Yeah.
happen,
Remember-
Shen.
you remember the
Sven, we
liars?
need him to do a show, okay?
Yeah.
That's the thing I
Right.
assault you with. There you go, John. Exactly. If I pick a weapon up to shoot another human being, guess what? It just became an assault weapon.
That's not the explanation, but okay.
The sequences set in 2029 and the stop motion scenes were developed by Fantasy 2. That's right. Yeah. The special effects company headed by Gene Warren Jr. And a lot of people don't see that even the H&K, the hunter killer thing that's flying, is stop motion in one scene, which I wasn't sure why, but I think they couldn't figure out how to get it to move this way and then turn, because it does. It goes this way and then it turns. It's moving from back behind the camera area to the foreground and then turns in front of the camera. And I think that they couldn't get it to stabilize, so they chose to do stop motion animation, and it looks good. I love the effects in this movie. And Stan Winston, with almost no fucking money, man, look what he did. He built the exoskeleton from the waist up of this thing, and now they can print these things. They can print them. You know, they got 3D printing where they don't have to do what they used to have to do. You know, people don't understand how things have changed thanks to 3D printing, because kit bashing is something that hardly anybody knows how to do. But it was fun. I love doing that. You guys
It's Larry,
know what kit
buy
bashing
model
is?
kits, tear things apart, and then place them together in a
You
way they
buy
were
a lot
never
of-
intended.
Cheap airplane model kits. Sometimes you can actually find stuff that's been broken, get them dirt cheap at the hobby stores. We used to do that too. And we would scavenge through there and keep parts like shock absorbers, ruts, and shit like that, because that looked great on the outside of your original model kits. I did that with the Millennium Falcon. I fixed it to look more like the cinema one when I bought my monogram. I think it was either AMT at the time or Monogram that was selling it back in 78. And I bought mine, and I didn't like the way the side panels looked on the front fork of the Falcon. So I went and I got more crap to put on it. And when I painted it, Mike Beatty was like, holy shit. Because I built that with him. He was sitting there, what the fuck was he building? I think he was building a fucking fighter plane, and I'm building the Millennium Falcon. So we had this little area over by the stairs in this back room that they let us work in at the arcade. We were that close with the owners of the arcade that they would let us go in the back room and use it to build model kits. And we bought a lot of supplies from it because they had their own little hobby room. They sold shit. And man, oh man, I'm sitting there. He's in this little tiny corner building this little tiny fighter plane. I have like the entire fucking floor for this Falcon because it's so big. I don't know if you've ever seen the original Millennium Falcon model kit. Man, you spread all those parts out on newspaper, man, and you're doing your painting on it. It takes up a lot of area. God, I love building model kits. It's one of the things I really look forward to with Anima is for us, because I've made it a point not to build any models until she gets here, so we can build them together.
Well, you got TC's helicopter, and you can't build that without me.
Yeah, it's right here at my feet. I got more model kits too. I got 2 more. And one of them was a birthday gift from Ultra Rob.
That's nice.
By the way, I talked to Benjamin, my son, and Ultra Rob about. It's really funny. Benjamin goes, what do they call that? Box opening? What do they call that?
Unboxing.
Unboxing. Is that still a thing? And I'm like, yeah, man, still. Oh, yeah. We get some good views on ours. Sadly, when I opened my Darth Vader I ended up not being able to open the box. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to open the toy and take it out. It's too valuable. And so it's still sitting right there behind me.
Are you planning on reselling it or what?
That is the fully articulated Darth Vader action figure that has like an endoskeleton, and you can put him in any pose. It's like no pervert poses. I know some of you guys are like already thinking it, going, puts it in.
No, Gary, just you.
No, I'm telling you, there it is. I love this tunnel. And I got to drive through this tunnel one time. That's when I took Zoe out to Hollywood when we were invited to that premiere for a movie. That I'm friends with these guys, so it's really weird. The guys from Black Rifle Company and Ranger Up Clothing. I know those guys. And so I got invited to the premiere of their movie, Area 51, or whatever that fucking movie was. It was terrible, but it was fun. Met a lot of nice people. Is Gary saying, by the way, the theater that was shown in was where they used to shoot the Oscars. Do you know the one I'm talking about, Shen?
What, the Chinese theater?
The old theater. No. The theater where they shot the Oscars. And now that they have a bigger auditorium for it. But it's the old theater where they shot the Oscars from the beginning. And it's still a movie theater that they do special premieres at. And so we went there for that. And that was a lot of fun. That's also where I met John, I just forgot his name. Played John in Chips. The cowboy Texas actor.
Don't know off the top of my head, sorry.
Just for some reason I can see his face. I can't fucking remember his name. Larry Wilcox. Fuck, I even got his fucking phone number.
Yeah, you know what, Gary? If you eat Pop Rocks and Big Newtons, your body will explode.
That's what I said. That's how they made the pipe bomb. Big Newtons and fucking Pop Rocks. That shit will kill you. You put some fragmentation there, a pipe bomb, you're fucking dead. You're dead.
That's still one of my favorite Simpson gags ever. When Homer's at the escaping the candy thing, he just kicks the thing, gets the soda. It's like, I'll see you in hell. And he puts a packet of Pop Rocks and he just throws it. And then it just shows him running outside the theater, wherever he's at, and it just blowing up behind him. That's one of my favorite Simpsons moments, period.
Yeah, what I would like to do is make a fucking goofy story of a guy who wants to blow up this theater full of people he hates, and they got a giant vat of soda pop, and his plan is to pour like 500 pounds of Mentos in it to kill everyone.
No.
Oh no, he would get like a ball, he'd wrap it in like one of those, in a thin layer of a jawbreaker. So he throws into the soda and starts spinning, and then after a few minutes, it finally collapses, and then all the Pop Rocks go into the soda.
You guys are evil.
I'm only evil
notice
because
it?
I laughed at it.
No, just Gary.
Have you seen Shenotsky's avatar? He's a wreath of evil.
According to Amazon, I'm just a misunderstood hot guy.
Seriously adopted.
Just so you can see this, I'm going to cover up the phone number so you can't see it. But there it is, Larry Wilcox. His phone number down in Florida. I got his personal email and phone number. And I did my job. I introduced Dale, Di, and Julia to him, and vice versa. They wanted to talk, but nothing's ever come from it. He's sitting down there in Florida. He says, I got millions of dollars to put into military movies. Let him know. And I don't know why people can't fucking do that. He wants to do fucking military stuff. If you guys didn't know that, Larry Wilcox is a Vietnam veteran, former U.S. Marine Corps. Is Jerry saying we all could have exploded as kids eat Fig Newtons? If you eat Fig Newtons and Pop Rocks, how did you survive? We got to know. I've never heard of anybody surviving that.
Oh, God.
It's almost like here's another one. Dr. Pepper and Cheetos. Like, your gut's going to blow up later. No one's going to be near
Speaking of childhood myths, one picture someone did do that was really disturbing was also really impressive. It was that, our little kid neighbor ate a watermelon seed. And then the picture is just the kid's head has ballooned up and it's barely held in, and there's just a watermelon there. Not only that, but there's watermelons that are growing out of his body next to it.
Really?
Yeah.
That is
It's really creepy as all hell.
That is really fucking weird. By the way, I'm a big fan of Brad Fiedel. He did 2 soundtracks that I really like, Terminator and Fright Night. And he got pulled into this because, again, his relationship was from work coming up through the Roger Corman. Good luck finding great directors today that didn't work for Roger Corman. And not just directors, people behind the scenes came up. James Cameron came up through it. Fucking Rick Baker. And then his protege was the guy who did The Thing, Rob Bottin. All of them came up through the Corman Studios. The directors, Cameron. If you didn't know this, Cameron was a fucking matte artist. And he did the Alien knockoff movie for Roger Corman. I forget the name of that movie. I have it somewhere. I do have that one.
Was it Galaxy of Terror or something like that?
That's it. Galaxy of Terror. That's James Cameron, man. Anyone who thinks candy and soda can't make a bomb. Yeah, buddy. I made a bomb when I was younger and didn't realize we were breaking the law when we did it. And we took popcorn and poured some Dr. Pepper in an empty milk jug, poured it in there, and then dropped popcorn into it and sealed it. And that thing ballooned. It looked like it was going to blow up by itself. And we took it out, put it on a fence post, and shot it, and it exploded. Giant fireball. Because popcorn with Dr. Pepper makes methane.
Yeah, let's not inform people how to build bombs on our YouTube. It might go badly.
I mean, everybody knows about cola and Mentos.
Yeah,
that
cola and Mentos. But with popcorn releases methane into the air. I learned this in science class. And we were like, well, let's try that. You make methane. This isn't something that's in the anarchist cookbook. This is something you have in basic high school science.
Or just at home when you eat popcorn.
Yeah. By the way, Martin, is this the the extended cut, or is this the regular cut?
Regular cut.
Oh, this is a regular cut. So we don't have the ending with Cyberdyne Systems.
No.
I think you can kind of still see the sign that says Cyberdyne, but it's not like prominently displayed.
No.
I've
I was hunting for it.
Were you hunting with an assault rifle?
Yes. And high capacity magazines.
When I was in the military, I had what I refer to as an insult weapon. It's true that Jean-Jacques Anod.
Your insult weapon is your brain, Gary. That's what you use for shitting on people.
Yes, that was the joke. New Constantine film. Bernard Eichinger and James Horner fought each other over the name of the rose. That's interesting. I mean, was it like an actual fight? Like, did they, like, that's it? We have to duel to get the fucking movie.
I don't know if they should do another Constantine. I think it might have been a bit too long.
Oh, the first one? I've not heard anything, but they were already greenlit. So I don't know what's going on with that sequel with Keanu.
Apparently, what I've heard, mind you, this is entirely rumor, was that they were trying to make it John Wick-ish. He was like, "This is John Wick. I wanted to do Constantine."
All right. I am looking to see if there's news. Because it's still on IMDb. Constantine is officially in active development with Keanu Reeves set to return as a supernatural detective and Francis Lawrence directing. The new script draft was recently completed by Akiva Goldsman, bringing the project a step closer to production. The movie will fall under the DC Elseworlds banner, which I like, because the creative team is taking their time to refine the story, and director Francis Lawrence is committed to other projects in the meantime. The official release date has not yet been announced. James Gunn, co-head of DC Studios for now, noted that while he has not seen the final script, he has had ongoing discussions with Keanu about the film. The filmmakers are aiming to deliver a dark, gritty, R-rated sequel, much closer to the original vision that the 2005 film was made in. So there we go. It's still happening. Or in some people's opinion, still crapping in it. Let's see.
I never understood
Ernie.
why, given he was based on why Sting didn't try to go like, "Hey, I'd want to do a Constantine movie."
Well, that's who Constantine is based on, is Gordon Sumner. And
Yeah.
And by the way, with some of my titles to chapters, I got that from him, because he would name stories after songs, and I thought that was fucking cool. Ghost in the Machine, shit like that.
Yep.
By the
we got
way,
one of the best
I
movies
always
ever
felt
from a Sting
that
song.
the kid who took her photo here at the end, the gas station owner is his father.
Yes.
And I always thought it would have been funny. He says, "Papa, I got the money." And you see the subtitles as they're saying, he goes, "That's not going to save you later, boy." He's still going to beat him.
Yeah, that kid needs to be taught a lesson.
Yeah, beat that boy.
I'm not saying that, but educate him, definitely. Parent him. That shit is not cool.
Nope.
Now, I like this haircut better because you can see her fucking ears.
Yeah, she's becoming Warrior Woman.
I am so ashamed that this wonderful picture of you that I must ask you for $5 American so my father won't beat me. I'm still going to beat you, boy.
What? You mean American actually fell for that shit? What the fuck is wrong with you, son?
Yeah, whether Gunn is there or not, it was approved before Gunn. So it'll still go ahead. You are not going to say no to a Keanu Reeves.
I like how he
like that.
put it. If it's not if, it's when.
Yeah, look, man, he fucked up big time. He tried to Marvelize DC characters. It doesn't fucking work, you dumbass. They're not Guardians of the goddamn Galaxy. A special acknowledgement to Harlan Ellison.
Yep. And even though it's Soldier and even the Glass End people bring up, to me, the most egregious thing taken from Ellison is Skynet. Because Skynet is basically Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It is the literal same backstory.
Trying to
Okay,
find.
here we go.
I'm
All right.
so lonely, so lonely, so lonely and sadly alone.
There you go.
Yep.
We didn't do any of the other videos today.
What other
No,
videos? Oh, the
Oh,
greetings.
was no time.
Snorties, Mephistos.
Y-
It's such a busy show.
You know why the
Mm.
Terminator didn't win? He didn't come in the back door.
Oh my God.
He should have tried that. Yeah.
Yeah, E-Clay, you get it. Like, I want to see a woman's ears. I like earrings, really nice ones. And you can't see the fucking earlobes. It's weird. A lion mane is a weird hairdo for me. It's not like I don't like the top part, because that was a common hairstyle in the 80s with the way the top of her hair is.
Let it
But when it
go.
goes
Let it go.
thick, it looks like a thick fur coat around her face.
Okay, I now know the Gary Beauty Index. How visible are the woman's ears? That a scale 1 to 10. That's the
Um,
Gary Beauty Index.
You know that we two met in StreamYard where both of us were wearing a headset. That's how our dates go to this day. He hasn't seen that much of my ears.
I've seen them.
Oh, yeah, I was there for 12 days, duh.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
I nibble.
You
fun.
fell for me without seeing my ears.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Get over it!
What?
Get over it!
Oh, okay. So
What was that?
I guess we'll move on.
Get over it.
Get on with
Oh,
it.
yeah, it roboted for me, so I couldn't understand.
But yes, in the end, Cameron is a plagiarist, and it's a matter of record, not just random accusations.
No, yeah. I really don't think much of the guy. I really don't. I think more of his catalog of artwork. His matte paintings for Escape from New York were incredible. In fact,
Oh,
the
yeah.
effects he did for the movie were incredible.
Yep. And now he just makes Avatar movies. That's all he's done this millennium.
I've only seen the first one, and I'm not interested in any more.
Absolutely. And again, James Cameron doesn't think much of this movie and feels it doesn't deserve a 4K release. All I got to say is
What a dick.
I hope it doesn't get the 4K release until he's incapable of doing it, or somebody sues him and takes the rights away, because his 4K transfers are terrible. They're just awful.
I also find it weird, given such the tech head he claims to be. Like, why didn't you choose higher resolution film stock? Like, why is Aliens on 16 millimeter? They had better formats. They did that shit because it was fucking cheap, which to me is insane. And then remove your film grain. It's like your movie's not going to look any better.
Yeah. Film grain removal makes it look like plastic. Everything looks like plastic, and it's weird. Who was it that said there are no original stories? Well, it's been said by quite a few people. Hitchcock is one person that said it. But one version I remember reading said there hasn't been an original story since the Bible. And it's true. It's like there's no original stories. There's only original ways of telling them. And that was Hitchcock.
Yeah, the thing that is my guiding star when it comes to that type of stuff is if the person feels the need to hide their inspirations, then there's a very high chance that they know they took too much from them. Simple as that. If you didn't, you would proudly state what's inspired you.
Yep.
Like Michael Moorcock with his character Like he even had the stories that inspired Elric republished because he loved them so much.
And by the way, he's a lot like Freud. When you see these Hollywood guys that go on about toxic masculinity, you look at their reputations, and Cameron's got a terrible reputation as a womanizer. He earned that
Why
reputation.
am I not surprised?
So it's like Freud. Freud, all of his psychological theories were based off of the fucked up shit that he was doing in his life, trying to find an excuse or an answer for his behavior. And it's the same thing with fucking Cameron and Miller and all of those guys. They're all notorious. And I'm talking about Miller, the one that directed, was it the last one, Dark Fate? That guy's a fucking idiot. And he's a womanizer. These guys, they're wolves in sheep clothing. We're woke. We're totally male toxic is bad. And then they go fucking womanize.
It's referred to as being a fuck boy.
They're fucking horrible human beings. Fidel said his score reflected a mechanical man in his heartbeat. Yeah. But he did it with keyboards. And then by the time they had the funding for T2, he was able to do more with his music, which I thought was nice to get away from just the synth sound. But Fidel did some amazing stuff with Terminator. And like I said, the soundtrack he did with Fright Night, a great soundtrack. The Come to Me song is like one of my favorites, God damn, he's got a good soundtrack. And boy, don't get Mike Beatty started on that animal when you meet him. If you ask him about this Brad Fidel and his soundtrack for Fright Night, good luck getting him to shut up.
Yeah,
he'll go on. He'll break it out. He goes, "You hear this part here? This is when." He'll like this. I've been in that conversation with him, and I'm like,
I can see why you're getting so well on with him, because you're the same. When you get into it, there's no stopping you.
Yeah.
Well, we've always
like
been
that.
like that. Jim
It's
Woodward
passionate.
too. I think most creators are afraid to cite their inspirations for fear of being sued over rights. And look, you can say things are inspired by it. You can't copyright an idea.
Yeah.
So just say, my idea was definitely inspired by this, that, and the other thing. I say that all the time. Brutal honesty is always better because it makes it harder to sue you if you show where it's different.
Yeah.
Lucas and Spielberg routinely talked about the films and serials that inspired their works. Absolutely.
In fact, if you look up the conversation where they were brainstorming Indiana Jones, they literally are saying like Mifune, Heston. They're literally saying what their influences are before they even came up with said Indiana Jones.
You also look at Star Wars in particular because it was taken from so many different things, including, of course, Japanese cinema, but it was also based off of Flash Gordon. You can see elements from that. He stole from Dune, and he also admittedly stole from Campbell's work on The Hero's Journey. Stole directly from it. And it's okay. If you're gonna steal from the best.
Yep. Though
unusual terms.
I will say there is one point in time where it's good to be a womanizer. You know what that is?
What?
When it's your wife.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, it is the unusual time signature of you're missing a hash mark there, Gamut. There needs to be a hash mark between the 13 and 16, which arose when Fidel experimented with rhythms and accidentally created an incomplete loop on his sequencer. You also look at Close Encounters theme. It's math. It's just math. Music is math. I tell people all the time it's how I learn to play music.
Yep.
That is a funny name for a composer because the German word Fiedel is like the slang word for violin.
And the way he pronounces it is Fidel, like Castro, Fidel Castro. Orion Pictures did not have faith in the Terminator performing well at the box office and feared a negative critical reception. Dark Fate felt like the Mexican bootleg Terminator. It's just awful. It's just awful. None of them were good. I didn't like any of the sequels after T2. I was glad Arnold got a paycheck for it.
Also, with that, I find it hilarious where people go, "Is like, oh, never bet against James Cameron." Really, Dark Angel, Terminator, Dark Fate. You know, the guy has misses. It's just the miracle thing is he managed to get himself associated with nothing but his wins. And I'm not saying he hasn't won well, but
when you look back at Dark Fate, he tried to walk back his involvement later after all the blowback. Like originally, he was right in there with him. I remember interviews. Yeah, I'm right in there with him. With Tim Miller, doing all this shit. It's gonna be the best Terminator sequel that I wasn't involved with.
or another one that I do like, Strange Days. Strange Days failed. It did not do well at all.
It's a good movie though.
Yeah, it is a good movie. I'm just the guy is not nothing but success, but for some reason, a lot of people think he's nothing but success.
Well, you know the one I'm talking about there, Anima, because you watched. We did a show about it, where Ralph Fiennes plays a detective who is in love with this girl, played by Juliette Lewis, and it's in a world where they put a device on their head and can transfer their memories and shit. Yeah, Strange Days, and it's a great fucking little film. I like that movie. Tanked at the box office. Tanked. But it's very good. I like the soundtrack. It's everything about that film. And I love watching Ralph Fiennes in that film. Because when I saw that movie, I said, he should be the next Doctor Who. Because he looked like a Doctor Who, the way he dressed in that movie.
Instead, he wanted to do Schindler's List. So
I did not like Dark Angel myself. Didn't matter if Terminator 1 was going to endanger its appeal. It still made Arnold a lot of dough. Yes, it did. Charlie Daniels had a quote about the difference between a violin and a fiddle. I think it was along the lines of a violin has strings and the fiddle has strings. I did enjoy T3 and Salvation as the Machines, and basically a remake T2. Yeah.
The only one I kind of liked after T2 was like Sarah Connor Chronicles. That was decent to good.
No, the TV show was good. I did like it. Now I like the anime Terminator stuff. I didn't like the movies. I felt like they went too far off of the reservation for me. It's the same thing with like after Aliens. Crap.
Yeah.
But this had some good stuff. Don't give a shit. It's a bad movie.
Terminator as a concept has a very limited number of things you can do with it. It's not like there's this whole universe. It's that we're going to send something else back in time to kill someone for whatever reason, except for that weird one with Christian Bale. But yeah.
I got to tell you, of all of them, that's probably the best of all of them. Because I thought it was a good film. It's not a good Terminator movie, but it's a good sci-fi film. I liked it.
Yeah, I think the only thing you could do would be to show the actual war that led into Terminator 1 and just leave it at that. But there ain't much else to do with it because it's a time loop. That's basically what the thing was.
Yep, that she created, that by killing this machine, she helped keep it going, the cycle going. But I did enjoy, what was the fourth one called? I forgot.
That was the Christian Bale one, wasn't
Salvation.
it? Salvation.
Yeah, I enjoyed that movie. I thought it took itself seriously. It didn't turn things into a joke or get into silly, goofy shit. It was a straight up action drama thriller. And I think that the biggest part of this was proof to what I had said to somebody at the time, that the actor, what is his name? Sam Worthington is not movie star material. Because they were trying to make him into a movie star.
He's not worthing.
Yeah, he's not worthing. And Terminator Salvation was proof. He just isn't movie star material. He's a good actor, not great, but he's good. And he's good at whatever he does, but he's really good at supporting roles. As a lead, doesn't have what's required to lead a film. He just doesn't. Doesn't have the personality for it.
Maybe that's why Cameron picked him, because he's so vacuous. The audience will fill in whatever he wants.
Wow. Wow, Chinatsky. Wow.
Hey, man, Keanu had the same thing going on for the longest time. Keanu didn't develop a personality till like the late 90s.
Well, he does what's referred to as subdued acting, less reactionary. And I don't think it's very good acting, not great acting, but his personality started being allowed out a little bit. And Street Kings is one of my favorite films where I think he was starting to really come out. It was after The Matrix.
Yeah.
He started, blossoming as a character actor.
I call it avatar acting. I think the king of it actually is like Jason Statham. Because the whole thing is you're basically inhibiting the macho fantasy in a Jason Statham movie. You are Jason Statham. So anyone can place themselves within the context of his being. And then you go around murdering and killing people in awesome ways. Jason Statham is the perfect audience surrogate. That's not a knock against him. That's actually a strength, paradoxically. That if he was a better actor, people would identify with him less.
What I find interesting is I just sent a video to Anima with Jason Statham talking about this very subject. And I'm trying to find it right now. Anima, do you remember what time I sent that to you or no?
It was last night, I remember, because then I made all those jokes about, jobs.
Because Statham, here, is this it? No, that's Doug Trumbull.
If only it was Friday, 11:06 p.m. in team management.
That's where
if only Dwayne Johnson was as honest as Jason Statham. And yeah, paradoxically, Statham was a lot more humble than The Rock. He's not like trying to become a Oscar winner like The Rock is, and he will, oddly enough, have a much more fruitful career because of it. Also,
right, here we go. I'm going to play this because I got the video. I found it. Thanks for saying that, because I forgot where the fuck I said it. Share screen, and then we're going to get out of here. I'm going to play this video, and then we're just going to go. I'm going to stop talking to people and just end the show abruptly. So here we are. Jason Statham admitting to something that I do. I wish The Rock and other action stars would admit to this shit. I really do. Here we go. Turn off my camera.
I'm not an actor, really. I mean, I used to, work jewelry and pitch jewelry on the streets.
Did some modeling.
You're right. As a sportsman for years. I'm not really some thespian that can adopt and chameleon himself into different roles. I just got into this by, being at the right place at the right time. I was, working in the street selling jewelry, and I got plucked from obscurity into the movie industry. So it's not like I spent years honing how to do different accents or pretending how, working on my craft, whatever it is. That stupid line. That doesn't apply to me. I accept what I'm good at, I accept what I feel that I'm confident at, and just try and go with the flow in that direction.
There you go. That is just some great honesty from an action star. And I love Jason Statham. I'd watch that guy in any action film. We have a new person, Daniel Musin. Okay, what's up? Or Musin. So greetings, salutations. We're ending the show. This is the end. This is the end.
Well, goodbye, my friends.
You still have to read the names.
Yep.
Don't forget about it.
Forget about it. Hey, we started our day off here with a little guy named Gambit, and then Snorty, and then John Whitaker, 11 Alpha, real popcorn geek. He sounds like a bundle of fucking joy. Monkey Jeebus. Now, that's my kind of brother right there. I'd hang out with that guy any day of the fucking week. Read by nature? How about P by nature? E. Clay Thomason, Soul Assassin. Ariel Ballet? Or Ballet, I don't know. Matthew Marcillo, Genghis Khan, Bayona Rad. It was good to see you, man. It's been a couple of weeks since we saw you last. Penny, Meth, Sandra Hammerschlag, Ernie Town, and Daniel Musin. It was great hanging out with you guys today.
Oh,
great chats.
Before we go, a question here. If you only, for you can only, or everybody, between Terminator and Conan the Barbarian, which would you say is the best? Or, no, not the best. Which one do you prefer?
Wait, what are we asking? I'm not understanding.
We are going to a desert island and can only keep one of the two movies.
Oh, that question.
Which
I like
one?
those questions. Which Terminator film or which Arnold film?
Terminator.
Terminator or Conan the Barbarian?
Oh, Conan the Barbarian.
Conan.
Definitely. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That doesn't even take me. It's like if you go, hey, you can have Terminator, Terminator 2, or you can have Conan. Boom! I just snatched it before I even got the word out. Boom.
Gary, I got it before the question even got to you. That's how obvious it is.
Yeah.
I don't really need Red Sonja, and I guess if I have to take anything else, maybe the Destroyer. But that's just need Conan.
I've never played to you. I never had the tongue for it.
I watched it again last week, and I
will battle the many. I fucking love that movie so much.
I gotta
grant me revenge.
Conan the Barbarian is an almost perfect movie.
It really is. It really is. It is hard to find a flaw in that film. And really, like the only real, we can get into this some other time, but the only flaw I ever really found it was a logic lapse of the Wheel of Pain. Like the Wheel of Pain never made any sense to me. Like,
can I go back to the Wheel of Pain? I want to keep pushing the wheel. No, why are you taking me from the wheel?
We don't know what the fuck it does. And why is it like? Are they dying? Or like?
No,
why
they're
are they
being
all dropping
sold.
off?
They're being sold.
They're not making it clear what's happening here. Aren't more going to come along? These are slavers. It's not like it's like one and done. They keep going out and getting more. You know, I'm just telling you, that whole part always bugged me in my head.
Dude, it's easy. Conan killed them all and ate them. That's why he got that so much protein.
That's how he got the gap. It's from having to spit out so many tiny bones. Anyway. All right. It's time to get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. It was so much fun. And I love this fucking movie. I really do. Terminator, what a great little flick. And it's so much went into making this movie what it is. And it wasn't money. This movie was made out of there's passion involved with it, but really this is one of those jobs that a director makes when he is in dire need of a change in his life. And this is the movie Cameron put it all into. Stole from the best. Totally did. And my beef isn't that he stole from him. My beef is that he has acted like he didn't. I don't like that.
Yep.
It's okay to steal. It's okay to steal in great storytelling, you know? But man, this movie is going to be remembered long after we are all, everybody watching right now with me right now, long after we're all dead, this movie's still going to be loved. You watch. Arnold's going to be gone. Won't matter. This movie is going to be one of those films that's for the ages. And you know what I'm talking about. Some films just Casablanca. They just fucking go on.
Oh, yeah.
Long after everybody's gone that made it. Still here, we still love it.
Well, the
And the
guy we're
future
going to
happens,
celebrate
so.
next week is not with us, and people are still talking about him, and will always be talking about him. Robin Williams.
Who is that? Oh, Robin Williams? Are we doing a Robin Williams? He did an action film.
Good Morning Vietnam.
No, that's not it. Survivors.
Wait, we have.
I liked it.
I think it's
We
trying
have
to
two
tell us
Shinotskis.
something. My app
Oh my
crashed.
God.
I think it's trying to tell us something.
Yeah, hit the button.
Let
Yeah,
let
that's
me
it.
balance this. Two
One of them
Shinotskis.
is a replica. One of them is the Terminator. So we better go. Get out of here before we get killed. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. I was glad I could throw some of the trivia at you with the gun. That fucking
It
laser.
barely hurt.
They were not using targeting lasers at that point. And this movie helped inspire an industry of putting lasers on handguns. And
And never forget.
I wish they would have done that as a video. That'd be even funnier as a video with the cat going at the dot. So, but we're out of here, guys. Everybody have a great day today. Thanks for hanging out with us. And best of all, have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Matt Damon.